Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Google Eat webinar. Now, by the way, I am Mark, and currently I am the Assistant Director for the Network Programs and Computerization, or NPC, which is formerly known as CITS. Today, I will be presenting or discussing you about some features of different Google products. Now, this webinar is called Google It. So I will be discussing from the name of uh, this webinar. We'll be talking more on Google products. Okay, but before that, I have here a comparison between Microsoft Office 365 and Google Suite. You have here the different products of Microsoft and Google. Actually, we Las Alliance have account on both Microsoft and Google. So if you don't know yet your Microsoft accounts, you can ask or send an email to cits@lsu.edu.ph, okay, to activate your Microsoft account. If you are using your email, no, currently using your LSU email, then you have access to Google products. Now, Google for Education, we are partnered with Google in their project called Google for Education. So we can use or access these products of Google. So here are products again of Microsoft. These are products of Google. So this is OneDrive, which is ang iyang counterpart for Google is the Google Drive, the PowerPoint, and this is Slides for Google. This is Microsoft Word or Office Word, no Word, and this is Google Docs. You have Excel, and you have Google Sheets. You have Outlook for mails, and you have Gmail, and you have Skype, and you have Hangouts. Then this is Teams versus Google Meet. But Teams is more like an LMS. No? We can compare it to Canvas. It has many features. We can actually create meetings. We can chat here. We can give assignment or conduct classes inside Google Meet. Sorry, that's MS Teams rather. Anyways, we will be talking about these products. Specifically, I will be discussing the features or some features of Google, like the Google Drive, Google Mail, or the Gmail, the Google Sheets, the Google Docs, uh, Google Slides. This is Google Forms. This is an additional uh, feature that I will be discussing with you, and Google Meet and YouTube. So a very short discussion for YouTube or presentation for YouTube. I hope you will learn some things today, no new things today for those who are not familiar, really familiar with Google. And I hope I can give you new knowledge and new skills, hopefully for uh, in using these different products. Now we will start with Google Drive. Now these are the things that we are going to do. How do we access Google Drive? So how do we create and rename a folder or a file in Google Drive? How do we upload or download a folder or file in Google Drive? How do we share? How do we move or transfer files? Then what is Drive for desktop? Now, let's start with these how to access Google Drive. First, you can, if you are using a Chrome or a Mozilla Firefox or an Internet Explorer, you can just type in here Google Drive and press enter. Then your browser will search Google Drive for you. Now I'm using a different browser, so I will use the other two methods. The first one is I will search Google Drive in the search engine of Google. Now that's google.com. Then I will type here Google Drive. Press enter. So I can click this link or this one. Either way, now you can you will be redirected to the Google site. Or another way is typing the link of Google Drive. That's drive.google.com. Okay, again, that's drive.google.com. Then press enter. And I am now in Google Drive. If you are currently logged into any Google product like Gmail or YouTube, no, you will not you won't need to log in anymore. In Google Drive, there are parts here. So in the left side, you have the different menu or links. No, you can access. You have My Drive, wherein your folders and files are located. Then you have shared drives. Other people will be sharing folders or drives with you for collaboration, probably. Or when other people shares a file, you can click here, shared with me. And middle part are the contents. Know what are the insides of your Google Drive. Now, if you will click this one, whichever you click here, so it will appear in the middle part. Now, in the right part here, this portion here, record all the activities you've done in Google Drive. So you can also click you can see here the date when was a certain folder item was edited. You can also change the layout, how you view your files or folders. This one is in list view. You can also use grid view, wherein it is displayed in boxes. Okay, my goal is again to teach you how to create a folder. So to create a folder, there are a few ways. No, I will ask button or the new button. Okay, and you will see here folder file upload. When this is fully loaded, there are other items that you will be seeing. That there will be create box, create slash sheets, and so on. Now, since it's not completely loaded yet, the page has not displayed all the necessary items, so it's just displaying this few items. Anyways, let's click on the folder button. Now, if you can see a hand cursor, that means items are clickable. Now, when I say clickable, there are links. No, you can. There are items that might appear when you click on that button, but if you see, it's just say normal. Click. Okay, by default, the name folder is untitled folder. Now you can rename it to, let's say, Google with an exclamation point. You accidentally click this button here, you can click the cancel or the close button so that this folder will be created. But I want to create a folder, so I will click the create button. Okay, here is now my folder. So I will double click the folder so that they can go into the contents of the folder. So since it's a new one, so we would expect there's nothing inside the folder. So as you can see here, there are no folders, no files, no history shown. Another way of creating folder is by right-clicking. You right-click on the screen, then click on the new folder. Say, I will name it Google Then click on the create button. So I have now a folder. Okay, I can also create a file simply by clicking again this button or right clicking, then say I will create a Google Docs. You can use a blank document or a template, but you can click this arrow, or if you want to create directly a blank document, just click this one. Then a file will be created inside your Google folder, Google It folder. So automatically it will direct you to a page where you can put data or input items on your created file. Now that's the a document. You can also upload. I'll just close that one. So we will create a Google Docs later. No, or you can also upload. I have your folder named Samp Google It. I can click this one and drag, and that will be uploaded. Now that's one way of uploading a file. Click, drag, and drop. Okay, or you can use the one that I have shown you by clicking on this. Click the button. It's either file or folder. Now, if you want a specific file, then click this. If you want the whole folder inside your um, this drive, no, inside your computer, no, the hard drive of your computer, then you click the file upload. Okay, once it's completed, no, you will see here the status. No. So if it's green, then that means it's uploaded successfully. You can also download files and folders. Now, one way is click on the folder, then click these buttons here, the full dots, then download. Or just right click, then click download. So that's how we upload and download files. We can also share files. If you want to share the Google It folder, then you can click it here and share. There are options in sharing. You can share it to a specific person and never allow others to view it or to see or to search your folder. Now, by default, it's restricted only. Only people added can open this link. Now, for this case, it's only shared with me. I am the owner of that file. I can also change the restrictions. So, meaning all people inside LaSalle University domain can view or search my Google It folder. I can also change the type. I can make anyone a viewer. I can make others comment, or I can let them edit the contents of my folder. How to do that? We will click on this one, drop down list. Okay, you can set a person as a viewer, a commenter, or an editor. Now, if you don't want all people of LaSalle to view your file, then just go to restricted. Okay, and if you want selected persons only, so how will you do that? Let's just click first done before we will add others. Again, I will click on share. Then type a person, say, I will share it to red, to twinkle, then I can write a message, no? Hello there. Google it. Okay, you can type in the messages. You can assign them as editor, commenter, or viewer. Viewer can only view your content. They can also download it if you allow. Then you can also set them as commenter. They can comment on different files or folders that you are sharing with them, or you can assign them as editor. Then once you click on the send, they will receive an email notification that I have shared a folder with them. Another is you can share through getting a link. You just copy the link. However, the problem here is if you would set the folder as restricted, even if they have the link, if the person has the link, then you'll just copy it and send it to that person. He or she will not be able to access that one. So if you would just send the link, or paste it somewhere and allow others to access, they will not be able to access that one. That is because you set the permission or this type here as restricted. Now, if you want to share a link to anyone, you just have to change this permission here. You can say anyone within LaSalle can view, or anyone with the link. Okay, even if it's not member of our domain, LSU, if you choose this one, then others will be able to access your file. But if you just want them to view, please do not forget to change the type here. Then click on Done. So that's how we share files or folders. How do we move? So moving or transferring it, you can drag and drop, drag and drop, just like this. Then automatically it will be placed inside the folder. So I just click, drag, and drop. Okay, then this item will be visible to everyone who can see Google It. So then you can click on Move. Or another way, so let's go inside Google It A, because I have moved the sample folder there. You can undo it if you'd like to. So if we go inside, we can move it, transfer it to a different location by right-clicking. Or you can just click on this button here. Yeah, I can move it. There are many ways that we can do here. You rename, change, etc. But we'll just be moving it to a different location. So click on the move. Then there's one box so that it will move to a different, a higher hierarchy in the hierarchy of your folders. No, it will move to the higher one. So that means I'm now on Google It folder. Okay, I can transfer it to Google It or to my drive. No, this one, to my drive. So it will be on the same level with Google It. But for me, I will just move it to Google It folder. Then click on Move. If I go back to Google It folder, I should be able to see the two folders. Okay, that's it. Then the last one is what is this drive for desktop? Now, a drive for desktop can be down. It's an application which can be downloaded in your computers, in your laptop or in your desktop. What will you do is that you click on the settings here, then click Get Drive for Desktop. Now, what's the advantage of this one? The advantage is that you don't need a browser anymore to access Google Drive. No, it will be just like a shortcut. No, there will be a folder in your desktop. Okay, there will be a folder in your desktop named Google Drive. Now then you can create, upload files there. Okay, so just click on download for Windows, or you can use Mac. Now again, It's just a shortcut link. But the advantage here is whatever you do, even if you are working offline, then you go back online, so it is automatically updated. So all the files will be synchronized. Now, whatever you do while you're offline will be synchronized later once you are connected to the internet. So that's the advantage of the Google Drive for desktop. So that's for Google Drive. Now we'll proceed to Gmail. So most of us already knew how to access, how to use Gmail. So let me just share with you some features of your Gmail. If you want to access Gmail, you just type mail.google.com or simply gmail.com on your browsers. Okay, you type, click on, add a window. So that when you type gmail.com, that's, again, you can still search it on the search box. I changed my browser due to some problems. So I changed it to Firefox. Then you will have gmail.com. So that's how you access your email account. So again, if you are not yet logged in to any account of Google, then you have to type your email, LSU email, and your password. To create an email, so we'll just click on Compose. Then you can type here to. So to whom will you send the message? So I will send it to, say, the Red. Now, as you can see in the right side of your mail or of your draft, automatically, by the way, automatically your message here is saved to drafts. No? Earlier, there's only 4, now it's 5. So whether you'll send it or not, if you were not able to send your mail, so you can find them in your drafts. Going back, you have here CC and BCC. Now, CC represents carbon copy, meaning, say you are sending an email to Zai, but you want to inform another person that you are sending an email to Red. Now, say I will type here Fidel or Brother Butch. So I will send an email. So that means now if they are on CC, meaning you are telling them that I am sending an email to Red. This one is BCC. It's called blind carbon copy. If you will add BCC, all of the other members here, Red, Ma'am Chidel, and Brother Butch, will not be able to know who are the other persons I am sending this email with. So say, for example, I will add Twinkle. That means Twinkle will know that I am sending an email to Red, that I am also notifying Ma'am Chidel and Brother Butch that I am sending an email to Red, but these 3 will not know that Twinkle is included in the message. Okay. So that's the use of CC and BCC. You can attach files. Okay, you can explore it here. Then click on send. You can also click this button to schedule send. You can send the email later on and schedule email. So there are many things that you can do in creating an email. Next is how do we add signature? If you would check some emails, there will be automatic signatures. When I say signatures, automatic lines here say best regards or insane. That's not. When writing an email, I can make it automatic that whenever I write an email or I create an email, these words here will appear. So how would I do that? So that's adding a signature. I'll delete first this one. Now I'll create another letter, email later. So I will just teach you how to add a signature. Go to the settings. Now this gear here, click this one. Then click on see all settings. So by the way, you can change your themes. Now, as you can see, my theme here is this. It's like a Super Mario theme. Then you can change them to nature and so on. Anything if you like. Then some other customizations that you may want to do within your email. But again, I will teach you first how to add a signature. Click on all settings. There are a lot of options here. Now, I will leave this one to you to explore. So I will be creating a signature. Now, go down. So you should be here in general. Go down and go to this item signature. Then click on create new. So I will be insane. Oh, sorry. It's a name, signature name. I'll just name it Mark. Then the content of the signature is insane. Sorry. Okay, I can add some styles and so on. Then you have here the options for new emails. So I will assign Mark on reply. So it's either you. Okay, then insert signature before the quoted text and replies and remove the line that precedes it. So it says that your signature will be placed, if you check on these, your signature will be placed after your reply response or your reply message. If you unclick this one, your signature will be placed at the bottom of your message. Then I will click on the save button. So it will go back to your inbox. So you will be redirected to your inbox. And let's create a new one. Hopefully, we will see the signature here. No, you have this signature. Then you can create your email. So all of your emails will then have signature. So you don't need to write anymore Saint LaSalle or best regards and so on. It's automatically placed at the bottom of your message. Another is, as you can see, I have here different categories. And how did I do this? Same here, go to the settings. Click on see all settings. Go to the inbox. No. Then these are the categories. Now I can unclick these so that it will go back to its original form, where there is only one tab in my email. Okay, so here it is. Now all of my messages were mixed. I don't like that, so I will change. I will separate them into categories. So again, click on see all settings. Then go to inbox. Then you can choose social, promotion, updates, and forms, etc. You also have here the option to enable reading pane, where you can preview your the message that you have received. Okay, you can um, put it on the right side of your inbox here or below your inbox. Now, I don't like using reading pane. I just have to click them. So if you like, no, you can use the reading pane. So that's how you use your Gmail. As you can see here, I have closed my slides, so I will access them. And how do I access them? So I can go to Google Drive. I can type Google Drive. However, I can also use these 9 buttons here. Okay, this button here to go directly to my slides, or I can go to Google Drive. But since I have been presenting you the slides, I will go back there first, no, so that I could remember what are the things that I will discuss with you. We are done with Google Drive. We are done with Gmail. So what's the next? So we are done with this slide. Now, this slide. We are done with Google Drive. Done with Gmail, and the next one is slides. Actually, I'm using now Google Slides. No, so the one that you are seeing is the Google Slides. Google Slides is a simpler. If you would compare Google Slides and PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, Google Slides is has simpler functions and features, compared to Microsoft PowerPoint. So you can have advanced uh, techniques that you can do in Microsoft PowerPoint. And Google Slides has some basic, that if you know PowerPoint, then it will be much easier for you to use Google Slides. Okay, how do we create or rename a slides? So just like what I have done, you can click this button, then click on slides. But if you click directly here, then you will be creating a slides, different slides, and it will be saved in your Google Drive. When you open your Google Drive, all of the files that you are clicking, if you create sheets, docs, slides, they will be saved in the Google Drive in which were not grouped. So I would suggest those files will not be grouped. So I would suggest don't click yet create Google Slides, but organize them first in your Google Drive. So go to Google Drive. Now, earlier we had created a folder named Google Eats. So we will place the Google Slides that we will be making there. So here, so we will click Google It. So we will go inside Google It. Double click the folder. Then here, if you want to place your files here, we'll place it here lang. I can click on this button, or I can just right click on this portion here. Just make sure you won't be right clicking any of these files or any of the files. Now click on the vacant spaces. So I will create a Google Slides. Then since my folder is already shared with someone, Then I will click automatically all the files that you will be creating inside the shared folder will also be shared with the people the people that you have shared with earlier. Then you have a blank slides here. You can add a title, no, add a name of your slides. The slides that I'm currently using, the one that I used in presenting was named Google It. Okay. So we'll change the name. Let's say my first slide. Okay. The advantage of using Google Slides or Google products is that all of them are automatically saved in your drive. You don't need to click save as. Whatever changes you have made at that time, they will be automatically saved. Here, um, if I will close my slides, I'll go back to my Google Drive. Okay, let's just wait. Okay, now it's now reflected. No, this is my slide. So I'll click it again. So whatever changes you have made earlier, all will be uh, safe. Just take note or of the notification here. No, it would be telling you sometimes it's saving. No, while it's saving, do not close yet. Okay. You can also a good thing of using Google is that you can see history. Who have changed, who have edited your file, who have edited your folder. You can also check who are the persons or people who have viewed your document, viewed your slides, viewed your shared files. Okay, then you can start creating your slides. So, hello. In subtitles, you can click new slide or you can just press enter to create a new slide. I can add animations. Now I can add or I can change the background. Okay. So let's go with transitions. So you can add transition. No, you can just click this one. Then these are only the transitions available for slides. You can use fade from right. You can preview it by playing. After previewing, you must make sure that you click stop. So this is not the effect, then click on stop. You can use apply to all slides, now meaning all of the slides will have the same slide transitions. However, if you don't like to have a constant or same transition among all slides, then you can just, you don't need to click the button, this apply to all, no, just click each slide one by one and assign a transition. You can also change the speed. You know, then preview. You can also assign animation to your texts or images. You can add images and so on. Now, another advantage of Google Slides is that you can convert it to a PowerPoint. You can click on File and download it as a PowerPoint or a different format. You can download it as a PDF or simply a plain text or an image. Okay, this is how you just click this one and you will have now a slides. Also, if you have a PowerPoint, you can convert it to a slides. The disadvantage or the con is that some of your PowerPoint transitions or effects or animations might be converted to transitions or animations for um, Google Slides, no, which are only available for Google Slides. So, example, I have here I look for a slides. Okay, then I will upload it. So you can click on this button here, but I like clicking, drag and drop. Okay. Okay. Then it will be uploaded to my drive. Oh, it's uploaded twice. I'll just remove the other one. Now, if you click the delete button, you make sure that you won't need it you won't really need it anymore because after 30 days, Google will remove it because if they want their storage will be filled, will become full, and the loading, the accessing of files and folders will be affected. It will become slower and slower once the containers will become full. So that's why they have to delete all of those deleted files and folders after 30 days. So as you can see, going back, I have here a PowerPoint slides. Then if I want to convert it into a Google Slides, I just double click it or open with Google Slides. Okay, now there is a notification here that some PowerPoint features can be displayed in Google Slides and will be dropped if you make changes. Then to convert a PowerPoint to slides, so just click on File, then you have here Save as Google Slides. If you don't want the, so we'll just remove the changes, siguro, so that it would not affect our PowerPoint. Now the one that we uploaded, we'll have to leave this page. Then convert or save the file as a Google Slides. Okay, as you can see, there is no .pptx extension. So that means this is now in our Google Slides. Let's put some changes. Now, if you would compare it in the previous one in our PPTX or PowerPoint, uh, take note of the fonts. No, the fonts are now different because probably the font that I have used in my Microsoft PowerPoint is not available in Google Slides. So once you have converted the PowerPoint file into a slides file, or Google Slides, it will adjust based on the available features that Google Slides has. Then here, we can see an equivalent, the slides the file that we have converted. So this is the original one, and this one was saved as Google Slides. Same, you can download slides by clicking File, then click on Download. You can download it into different formats. Can be Google PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, uh, Office document, PDF, and so on. Next, what if you are asked by your teacher to create the slides and present it or submit it in a quiz or assignment? So how do we submit the slides? So let's go first. Now I have created an assignment that allows students to submit or embed. No, we call them embed files. If you have, we can embed links, no, or HTML codes if the teacher asks us to submit a text entry online. So I'll be using a student view, no, so that you as students can relate. No, I will use the student view so that we can submit it as a student, not as a teacher, because the teacher has a lot of access, a lot of available features that he or she can use. But students will only be limited depending on what was set by the teacher and the administrator of Canvas. Again, we'll use student view. We'll just wait for it to load. Okay. I am now in student view. So I will go to Google it. This is my assignment. So we will try to submit a slides. So we have to embed. Now the term is embedding your slides. You can also embed your document. No, the process is just the same. You can embed your document, your Google Sheets here. So I will be showing you how to embed them in Canvas. Sandbox is a core in my is my experimental course. So how do we embed it in Canvas? So we will click submit assignment. Again, our teacher wants us to submit a embed slides using text entry. No, we cannot embed items if it's not in a text entry type. So all we can do is maybe submit a link or share a file. But again, if our teacher wants us to embed, so the type should be a text entry type. So before we can embed it, we have some things to do here. So we'll say, let's embed this one. The first slide, the slide that we are creating. We'll go to File. Okay, click on the File link, the menu. Then click on this one, Publish to the Web. Then you will have options. You have link and embed. You click on the embed. Now you will have there the size. So will it be small, medium, large, or custom? You can customize it, depending on what size you want to create. But I would choose medium. You can also set to auto advance, meaning to the next slides every 3 seconds or every minute, depending on what you have set. Then you can have your start slideshow as soon as the player loads, or start the slideshow after the last slide. So we will not go to the advanced settings. We'll just click on Publish. So are you sure you want to publish this selection? Yes. Then you will have an HTML code. Now you take note of the width. This is the one that we have selected. and the height. So we will just have to copy it, press Ctrl C according to that one. Then we'll go to our Canvas course. We will not automatically paste it here. Instead, the first option is you can switch to HTML editor. Okay, and place the code here. Or the other one is go to insert and click on embed. Then paste your code. Then click on submit. So you will then be viewing your slides here. So since the editor is small, so here it is, now our slides. Then click on submit assignment. So you will be notified that your assignment has been submitted. So you can check your submission. So let's check what we have submitted. So here it is. It's still loading. You can have comments here. So depending on your, if you want other things to tell your teacher about, so you can add comment. You can also add media comment. It's a voice message. So you can automatically, you just have to talk na, ma'am, this is my submission. Click on this one, media comment. Ma'am, this is my submission. Then once you click on save, so your voice message will be submitted to your teacher. So this is now the slides that we have embedded. Okay, so click on next. All right, we have successfully submitted a Google Slides to our teacher. Next, let's check. We are now done with Google Slides. Next is Google Docs. Now in Microsoft, this is equivalent to Microsoft Word. So how do we create? Now the process is just the same with slides in creating. Now, if you would recall, how have we created the slides in Google Drive? No, they have just the same methods. Okay, now what I have skipped, by the way, is adding add-ons. So still, all in Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Docs, we can we can use add-ons. So I think this will be the one that I will be emphasizing on Google Docs. So how do we do that? I will create another file, which will be, that's Google Docs. Yes, create and share. Then again, we know how to rename it. So I hope you can explore this feature. So this will be good. No, this will be useful, especially when you are collaborating with your classmates, because you can share the document, then you can update them simultaneously. Google it Docs. Okay, what is an add-on? An add-on is actually an external tool. No, it's not from Google, wherein you can use it in Google. So they are from third party, from other companies, which you can use in or integrate in Google. Here I have already added an add-on, but we'll check for other add-ons. Okay, click on add-ons, then manage add-ons. Then Tap charts, or you can search, say, what do we want? Icons. I want to add icons. So icons for slides and Google, slides and docs. So I want to, there are many products here that we can use. So the one that has the highest rating is Foxy Label. Oh no, COVID icons for docs. Now let's try this. Click on that box and install. Then continue. You will be asked to allow, to permit the application to access your file. So please make sure that you have read the conditions. I will be logging in as Mark Risley. So please make sure that you have read all of these conditions before clicking on allow. Okay, COVID icons for docs has been installed. So there's an instruction here that you go to add-ons, not to use the icons. Sige, let's try. Go to add-ons. I have now my COVID icons for docs. So open COVID icons. Okay, so there are times that add-ons need payment. No? So I think it would be better that you search for free, the free one. No? If you don't have money, so if you can, if we can't pay, no, we'll just have to use the free add-ons. Okay, for this one, okay, let's check if we can add it in Google Docs without paying. Working on it. As you can see here, you have here the last edit was 4 minutes ago. So you can, you'll be able to track the changes that have been done to your document. Click on the icon to insert it into your document. Okay, I have clicked this one and I have now the icon. So there are many add-ons that you can install. You have to make sure that you just have to check if these add-ons need payment or not. Okay. Some of them might be needing payment. So just check. For here, there's still they allow us to use their product. Then you can add, no, especially when your teacher asks you to add pictures or images, no, so that your submissions will become more beautiful. So you can use the add-ons. So that's for Google Docs. Again, same with Google Slides. You can do renaming, creation. You can convert Word to Docs by saving it as Docs, no? And vice versa. Then you can download and embed it in your Canvas. That's that's embedding. No, if you want to share, same with the files that you are that we have, same thing that we have done with files, no, folder and files. You can share them and give the link. And again, remember that if you restrict the users from accessing, if you only allow yourself to access, even if people have links to your file, no, they won't be able to view it. So you have to change it. If you want others to view, so you have to change the restriction to, it could be anyone or within the LaSalle domain. So this is the link, and you can send them to anyone. Next is Google Sheets. Okay, so same thing, creating, renaming, converting, using add-ons, downloading, adding, or embedding to Google Canvas. But we will focus on freezing and sorting. So what I like about Google Sheets is that you have automatic sorting. No, it's more, it's better than in terms of sorting. No, it will be much easier when you use Sheets compared to Excel. But again, Sheets, Google Sheets can be only done online or you have internet. But if you download the Google Drive for desktop or computer, then you might be able to create sheets and documents there. So this is what Google Sheet looks like. Okay, let's name it my first sheet. Same with others, you can share them. You can use this one. You can also add restrictions. You can comment and mention someone in the comment. So assign them. So let's say I would assign at say at Sir Dean. Dean. So I can mention Sir Dean. So assign the task to Sir Dean. So that's the one of the advantage of using sheets. Now you can assign tasks and mention them. Okay, now what we'll be going to do is that we will freeze. Now, what's freeze? How do we freeze? So let's just have some terms here: name, age, some uh, address, song, or color. Okay. I will add my names. I will add the people whom I know. Yes. I will add ages here. These are not the true, the real ages of the people. So their favorite colors. Okay, when we say freezing, now this would be useful if you have a lot of data within your Google Sheet. And how would you do that? We go to View. We can freeze one row. Okay, so if you freeze one row, so this row will be frozen, and if you go down, no, so the first row will remain. Okay, so that's how we freeze. You can also freeze the column. So freeze one column, two columns, or up to the current column. So let's say the first column only. So if you can see there a thick line, so that means that row or column is frozen. So you can browse until to which uh, column. So that's how we freeze uh, columns or cells. The next is how to sort. We can sort them. Can have this one. No. You can sort sheet by column A, or you can sort sheet by column A to Z. So we'll click this one. We'll try to click this. Now, all of them, what I have done is I have only clicked this, and the rest have followed. So they were arranged based on the name. Or I can say by column B. So wherever you place your cursor, so it will follow. No, so you can see when I place my cursor here, so it changed to column A. If I place my cursor in C, so change to column C. So that's the one of the good things that I like about Google Sheets. Or you can have your own selection. Then click on data, then sort, or you can use this one. If you want that you will be the one to set the sorting. So you can add another sorting. So let's say A, from A to Z, and so on. Then data as header row, because if you won't click this, the first row will be included in the sorting. Okay, so I have sorted them based on the age, column B, from highest to lowest, then alphabetical. If you have two, yes, we have two names here which has the same age. No, then they were sorted based on their names. So that's how we sort and freeze in Google Sheets. There are other features. You can have filters. See, if I click on this one, create filter. So I have here the filter button. Then I can only select clear. I will only be selecting Dean and Erbet. And that's it. Now I am only viewing these two persons that I have clicked. So if you can see this one, that means the data were being filtered. However, if you only see these image here, so meaning though their filtering is enabled, but there were no data filtered yet. And that's Google Sheets. Next is Google Forms. Google Forms is very useful in creating polls or survey. If you have researches, you can, and you are asked to create surveys, so you can use Google Form and send a link to your respondent. So we'll click on Google Forms, create and share. Then my first survey. So automatically your title will be changed. Then you can add some messages here. Good day. The survey aims to, and so on. So you can write the messages there. And you can add questions. So your first question will be, first is you might want to ask the person the name. What's your name? Short answer. Then if you want that this item will be required, meaning the respondent will not be able to proceed to the next slide or next page if he or she will not be able to answer this item. So you click on the required. Then you can select if short answer, paragraph form, drop down, or so on. So first is name. So probably first name. Then I can create a new one or just duplicate it. So next is a middle name, but I won't require the middle name. So I will unclick this and last name. Then let's say I want to gender. So there are two general types of gender. So you have male or female, so we can create multiple choice or a drop down. So if you will use multiple choice, so we'll change this one. So you have here, Google would suggest. So you have female, male, not to say. So let's click female, male, prefer not to say. Then click on required. Okay, I have now my simple Google form. Then how do I change themes and add some images? So we'll go to, you can create this. I click this, customize themes. You can choose a header. You can add a picture there at the header. So if you have your own, if you created your own image or picture, you can upload it. No, I'll just select available pictures here. Probably this one. What's this? Okay, then I will click on insert. So that's your header and will appear at topmost part of your page. I can also change the color of my theme. You can change the colors, add. So it depends on what you have selected. You can change the font style. Okay. And that's it. You now have a simple survey, simple poll, or a simple Google form. You can also separate them into sections or pages. Just click on, say, add section. So we just have to move it. Okay, I'll just should I add some questions? Then I will add a question. Age. So short answer. And you can also use response validation so that you will be sure that the person or your respondent will be placing or inputting numbers. So you can click again on this button, then response validation. Then a number, and that should be greater than, say, if you are targeting students, college students, so most of their age would be greater than 17 or 18. So to be safe, just use 17. So if they will input below 17, so what will we tell them? So your age, you should be 17 and above. And click on required. Then we'll add another section. Say another section, another question. Add a question and say college, no? which college you belong. So we can use, let's say, a drop down. I'll have pass, CA, and uh, say yeah, CE, CTH, required. Okay, then we can preview it. So you have preview, click on that I button. So I will answer it mark. Since not required, so still. So email and next. So the section will tell you that allows you to bring your respondent to another page. So say 30. And next, I am from Sisaya. Then submit. So that's my first survey. You can also view the you can view the response here. Now there will be a tab for responses once your respondents have submitted uh, or have answered your survey. Then you can check them here. Okay. Now there are instances wherein you want the respondent to go to another page depending on their answer. So say for example, if you want female, if the respondent answered female, so she will be redirected or she will be moved to say this question only and not here. So, so we will use a condition. We will use condition. So where can we okay, let's check. We have here where can we find that one condition checkbox drop down. Okay, this one. Go to section based on answer. So if she answers female, I will have to let her go to section 2. If he answers male, to 3. Same with here. Then I think I have to add a different section for an ending page. Where is it? So I have to move it at the bottom. Mm, move, move. Okay, it's now at the bottom. I will say here, thank you for answering. Okay. Then this one. So since I only want the female, okay, to go to section 2, then after answering section 2, she'll have to go to the last page. So I will change this here to go to the last page. Or there's actually a form. So if we will remove this one, okay, we can remove this, delete this section. Then we can change it to submit form. Let's check what will happen. So again, click this to preview. Okay, my name is, then I am a male. So you have to take note that we will go to the another section, no, the section which is called another section. So click on next. So as you can see, no, another section. Then I have to choose my college, then click on submit. However, if I am a female, say female, next. Then I am directed to the age. So where I can answer my age. Oh, it should be below, above 17. So you have to change it to 20. That's it. Then how would you collect email addresses? Now, it's okay if you won't add here email addresses. No, you will just have to change it in the settings so that all the respondents will be required to log into their respective emails. So just click on this and you can send a response receipt. You can also allow only uh, LaSalle University members, no, to answer, and you can limit the response. Now, if you want others to can answer, so uncheck this. Then if you want them to allow to edit the responses, you can check it. If you want them to view the summary, now I would suggest no if it's a research, but if you just like, so you can check them so that the respondents will be able to see a summary of the answers of the others. So if you do that, once you preview, you wouldn't be asked to log in. Okay, you wouldn't be required to input your email addresses. Okay, that's it. Then if you would take a look at the responses, you have the option to download it into a spreadsheet. So there is an equivalent Google Sheet for all the responses. You can also download it as .csv and convert it into an Excel file, or you just automatically print it. You in the summary, in the responses, you can also view a summary per question or individual. So for summary, you will see here some graphs. For per question is the answers to the response for each question. So I have here Chris Lee, Chris Mark, or for individual, so the individual response. Then how do you share the link so that your respondents will be able to answer now? Do not, this is a, please take note, do not share this one. If you will see an edit here, do not share this one to your respondents. Rather, click first on this preview, and that will be the one that you will be sharing with your respondents. You have to check that, you have to take note that it should have a view form. No, that's the one that you will be sending with your respondents. And that's Google Forms. Next is we have Google Meet. So how do we create a meeting? How do customize themes, screencast using Google Meet? Actually, I am now screencasting using Google Meet. So how do you use it? So let's go to meet.google.com. Now, click on the new meeting. You can add a nickname. So click on, I would suggest that if it's only within your group, you can add nicknames. But if you are joining a class, please don't add a nickname. Then you have a new meeting. Click on the new meeting button. You have three options. Create a meeting for later. This one is the one that your teachers are using, and they will be sending it to you so that you will be able to join to a Google meeting. If you want to have a meeting now. So you click on this one, start an instant meeting, or you can schedule it in your Google Calendar. So when you start, I will click on start an instant meeting. So I am now creating a meeting inside a meeting. So I am recording this one using Google Meet. Now, take note of the rules in Google Meet. Not only the one who created the meeting link will be able to allow others to enter or to join the Google Meet, especially outsiders who are not using our LSU accounts. So if you will be using your non-LSU account and joining a meeting, you have to ask permission first from your teachers, your instructors. Once you have been blocked, no, if the teacher will block you, so for all, you will not be able to attend anymore that link. You will not be able to access that link anymore if the teacher will block you. You have, I will just discuss now along the features. Now you have the, we don't have enough time. So we can screencast. How do we screencast? That's by recording. You have to make sure that you allow your audio and your camera so that you will be, others will be able to hear and see you. Also, in Google Meet, the one who created the link will be able to mute or unmute the participants. Others will not be able to do that. Only the one created uh, who have created that link. Okay, since it took a lot of time to load, so I'll just explain. In the rightmost part of your screen, you will see three buttons there, and just click that and okay, it's already here. But this is the link that you will be going to send to your to the other participants. You just copy it, click it, copy it, or just invite by clicking on others. So going back, you have three buttons here, and just click that, and you will have a record. You can record and do screencasting. Automatically, it will be saved in your Google Drive. We will go back to our Google Drive. There will be recordings. If you have categorized your inbox, first in Google Drive is go to My Drive. Just close the Meet since it's taking time to load. So again, go to your My Drive. Then you have here Meet recordings. So all of your recordings in Google Meet are saved here. You can share these with the others, or the one that I'm using is uploading it in YouTube, especially during my classes. So what I did is I downloaded the file, then go to YouTube. We're actually now on the last slides, almost last slides, second to the last slide. So all of my discussions in my classes were actually uploaded in YouTube. So when Google Meet YouTube, use Google Meet to record, to screencast, and upload it in YouTube. Also, when you are done with the recording, a notification in your email will be sent to you. You can check them into the updates tab. When you have categorized your inbox, you can check them into the updates tab, and you will be given there a link to your recorded session. So go to YouTube. So I have to close the other tab so that it can free some space in memory. Then once it's done loading, okay, click on this, your icon here, or this one, the studio. You can click here, then go to your channel. So as you can see, I don't have videos. Actually, I have a lot of videos, but they are hidden from the public. So what will I do is I will create, I will upload. You go to this one, upload video. So the one, suppose I have already downloaded the video that I have recorded. So I just look for other videos as sample. So let's say I'll just use these. Then just have to click, drag and drop. Oh, that's the easier way of uploading files. One software that can be used in screencasting is Bandicam. However, you only have, I think, 5 to 10 minutes to record a free video. Otherwise, if you want longer videos to be recorded per session, is you have to pay for one-time payment for Bandicam. So again, I will upload a video. So there will be an animation here that the video is being uploaded. Now, while your video is being uploaded, you can change the settings already. Okay, let's just wait a little. Okay, that's it. You can change the title here. This is my vlog. And then you can change. Now, my videos are not seen. The public will not be able to see my video because I use an unlisted format later on. Now you can also create, by the way, you can create a playlist. I have here a playlist. So you can group them using playlist. Now just like when you group your music, or when you categorize your music, you create playlists. You can do it also in YouTube. Then you can show more to add some details to or to your video. So you can check recording date, so on language. And commonly, I use since I'm not doing this for vlogging, I'm doing this for education. So I will select education and click on the next. After, you can add an end screen, add cards and so on. You can customize or modify your video. Then here, if you would select private, only you and the people you choose to watch can view it. If you would select unlisted, only those who have link can view your video. So this is what I am doing for all of my class so that the public will be able to see my posts. Or if you want them to be in public, if you would prefer that probably later on you will be getting income from your videos, then you go public. Then click on publish, or you can schedule publishing. Okay, no, I won't schedule. Save or publish. And to unlisted, then click on save. Okay, you can share it. No, you can get the link and share it uh, to the others. So that's how you create probably you might be able to create your own YouTube channel. Okay, that's how we upload, we share our videos and screencasts. There are also other products of Google. Now I won't be able to discuss with you. This includes Google Photos. You can save your photos there, your calendar. You can schedule activities using calendars. You can synchronize your contacts in your cell phone using Google Contacts. Blogger for blogging. It's a product bought by Google. Hangout for chats, for social media. Maps, Earth, if you want to view different maps from all over the country in the world, or Earth, and Classroom, which is an LMS or learning management system for Google. And that's all. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining us today in this webinar. Again, this is Mark, and I hope you have learned something from our webinar. Thank you and God bless.